Hey, of course, I'm an offensive guy, so I believe that it will be an offensive type game, especially for these Comets. And even if these guys don't have like their main go-to player, they do have multiple other athletes that they can get the ball to. I believe some of the players are slept on, maybe Tyler Johnson or
Yes, for
players
sure.
that's just like
Love Tyler.
under QJ or Jabray or Anton. And Anton, of course, had a terrific game last Friday with, as you said, the 2 interceptions and I believe four touchdowns. So
Quadruple double.
I don't think he shies away from that, but I believe these Comets will have the horsepower to keep up with Shiloh Christian tonight and do exactly what we know that they can do.
I think you got to do what works here. I'm not sure how Coach School handles having all of this talent, but he manages to do it week in and week out and has led them to this point. So I'm not sure if we see a player get going today, Tyler, I'm not sure how much they're going to be spreading the butter and sharing the sugar. I think you just feed the hot hand tonight. Make sure you keep your quarterback in rhythm.
Definitely a hot hand with it being this cold outside. I mean, you guys, it's actually freezing out here in Springdale. We have on 2 jackets. People in the fans are wearing blankets. It's just absolutely cold. And, yeah, the temperature out here is about 30 degrees or below. So it's 27 degrees to be exact. So
yeah, there was snow. There was snow on the road on the way up. There's snow on the stands down there. I don't know if you saw the pictures of what this place looked like about 8 hours ago at this point, but it was the frozen tundra, nothing but it was covered in snow. It was kind of a neat sight. So pretty cool that we've got football. You know, a buddy of mine on Twitter, Anthony Cozy, about 3 weeks ago said, you know, this is ridiculous. I hate this. There's no football weather. We haven't had a football weather game all year. Since he said that, we've had 3 weeks of this. So, and this is the coldest yet.
And
they turned the lights off. We didn't go away, I promise.
Okay, not sure what happened right there, but I believe Shiloh Christian, they're doing their thing. They're about to come out. All the lights have went off in the stadium. The Jumbotron is showing highlights up top. They're showing the players, and these guys are ready to rumble, but the Comets don't back down. They wave the flag right there where the guys will be running in, and they're stacked up. They're ready to go, and I believe a lot of energy will be put into this game tonight. And this is the game of the week. Shiloh Christian, Mill Comets, we have to turn their school into the U, and I believe that's exactly what we're going to do. The Shiloh Christian Saints think that they're hyping themselves up, but they're actually turning up the Comets, and that's what I love to see.
And the Comets are actually welcoming them out, showing them the way, saying bring it on. So I love to see that energy from this sideline, Tyler.
I absolutely love it, and we are minutes away, seconds away from kickoff. This is Friday Night Lights. We are live in Springdale, Mill Sports Network. Tyler Fountain, Carlton Schutz, and our man Steve. And Steve, you're a great guy. I mean, you know how to multitask. You're doing production and talking, man. I don't know how you do it, but we're glad to have you with us yet
See if I can do it better than TJ.
Man, and it looks like the Comets will be kicking this ball off. QJ King, the go-to guy, the wide receiver, the corner, the safety, the punter, the kicker. We've saw him play everything except O-line and D-line. He's getting ready to kick this ball off, and we will be live shortly.
Hey, maybe something that comes into play before long, but they actually went down and practiced extra points earlier, so we'll see if that becomes something that comes into play later in this game.
That might be one of these type of games. QJ King ready to kick this ball off. And like I said, this is playoff football. Win or go home, do or die right now. QJ puts a foot in this ball, gets it to number 11, and he is running cuts across the field. Anton Pearson, QJ can stop the touchdown. He's still running and gets tackled at about the 35-yard line with flags flying in. And this game is off to a good start already. And Carl, Steve, if you guys look, the size of that O-line, other than those guys looking like they're in Notre Dame uniforms, the size of the O-line is pretty big as well.
It is. I don't think they faced this challenge, though, of this D-line. Just their look. Caleb Sane is out tonight. We wish him the best. Hopefully, these Comets can pull together a win for him so he can have the possibility to be out there with his team next week. We know what he means to this team. But I'm excited to see guys like Derek Murdoch step up and take on an even bigger role. We know he can go in there and cause chaos at any time. But let's see how this goes, Tyler.
And, Carl, I think RJ, his energy will have to feed into this D-line tonight as the Saints come out in this spread formation, but the refs are already on the field. Man, it's so cold you can even see the smoke coming from these guys' mouths every time they breathe. And none of the players on the Shiloh Christian side have any sleeves on, except the two receivers at the top of the screen. And here we are. Doubles is what it is. Quarterback looks left, drops it off right in the middle, and is tackled immediately by Jabray Shaw. And it looks like they might come out with the passing game right now. Not sure when they're going to go to that inside zone if they do. And instead they run a counter right here. And they score on their second play of the game. And that's enough for a cornerstone touchdown. Points on the board quick, 6-0, right at the beginning of the game. 2 plays in after a great kickoff return.
They have, look like they have a swing gate sort of 2-point conversion attempt.
And I think these Comets are going to have to score.
I agree. And he puts that one through the upright.
Regardless if they score as fast as Shiloh Christian or if they score pretty slow, they are going to have to put this ball in the end zone each time. And they're going to have to match points.
Limiting the amount of touches that this Shiloh Christian offense has can also be a positive for the Comets. Like you said, I think they just have to try to come away with points here. These guys have home field advantage. Second round of the playoffs. You don't want to put yourselves behind, as we've seen the Comets do a few times. They're in only 2 plays after a great special teams play by Shiloh. And here we are, Tyler. So let's see what this Mills Comets offense could do as they set to get ready for the kick return.
And Aiden Benson kicks that ball off, and it looks like it will be a touchback. And the Comets are ready to rock and roll. Some of the kids on the sideline are actually looking up at the Jumbotron. Not sure if they're amazed or trying to see a replay.
You know, it's interesting placement for that Jumbotron right above our press box here on the sideline versus the down in the end zone.
Right.
So we're curious to see how Mills responds to this. That was a quick score for the Saints.
The Comets come out in doubles. Ringo hands that ball off immediately to Daniel Brown, who could have cut that one up, but instead probably saw something I didn't see and is tackled after picking up about 3 yards right there. And I think the Comets will have to put this ball in the air and the defense that they are in, it's, if you pay attention to the defense that Shiloh Christian is in, they actually have, when Anton Pierce, I'm not sure who they're trying to bracket, but Anton Pierce and Jabray Shaw are on the same side. They have the corners lined up against both of them, and they actually have a safety playing on top right behind those two corners. So,
and Tyler, they only have, it looks like 3 down linemen and maybe a rusher on the outside edge.
and they get that ball to Anton Pierce pretty quick, and he is